I think it's been a while since we actually talked about woke Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson. I believe I said it before, guys, that out of the major cities, this guy is by far the worst in the country. Now, he may not necessarily be the worst mayor overall. That may be Tiffany Henyard in the Chicago suburbs. But Brandon Johnson is an absolute disaster, folks. The only reason why this man got elected as the mayor of Chicago is because the black people in Chicago, yeah, I'm keeping it real, guys, they were actually going to vote blue no matter who. And simply also because he is a black man. Folks, the way that the black people in Chicago vote, it does not work. Lori Lightfoot was a disaster. Guess what? The Chicago resident said, nah, she's pretty bad. Let's go out there and get her out of there. And they did. But they voted for someone that was to the left of Lori Lightfoot. And the people in Chicago, man, to red pill them, give them what they vote for. And now, folks, they are having big time regret over there in Chicago. This man has put illegal criminal aliens first above the citizens, man. Remember, he actually found millions of dollars, millions of the hardworking money of the people of Chicago to give to illegal aliens. And he's not even apologizing for it. He doesn't want anybody to get deported. None. But you people in Chicago voted for this. And guess what, guys? No one, absolutely no one is happy with Brandon Johnson in Chicago. Folks, we have his approval rating, guys, and it is historically bad. I believe I actually did one video on his approval rating. I don't remember exactly when I did this, but it was sitting something like in 27% or something like that. It was worse than Biden. Folks, it is way worse now. And I do mean way worse. I mean, his approval rating is so bad, guys, that he makes Joe Biden look like Ronald Reagan, man. I'm not even joking. This man is a disaster. Remember he actually wanted to open up communist grocery stores in Chicago? He's talking about, oh, there's food deserts and stuff like that. There's a reason why. The crime out there is so bad. And you've done nothing about it. So let's get into it, guys. Make sure you guys like this video. Subscribe to the channel. Support us by becoming a channel member on YouTube, just for $5 a month. Or if you're watching on Rumble, click that join button. Support us on Locals. Both will get you access to the member live stream we have every single Friday at 10 a.m. We appreciate the support. So here we go. I saw this on Outkick, guys. Chicago's moron mayor has one of the worst approval ratings in political history. Yes, this is how bad it is, guys. He has one of the lowest political approval ratings ever. Ever. This man is a disgrace. Look at this, guys. It says Chicago's wannabe gangster mayor Brandon Johnson just might have set a political approval ratings record that might never be broken in our lifetime. I agree with this. According to a new political report, just 6.6% of Chicago voters have a favorable view of the combative mayor, who started October 2024 with a 25% approval rating. Once again, let's not forget that Suge Knight Johnson had the lowest approval rating of a mayor hosting a Democratic National Convention in 40 years. I mean, that is crazy here, but it gets worse, man. Look at this. It says if you think the 6.6% favorable rating is something, get a look at that unfavorable rating sitting at 80%. Man, this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy, man. Ian Wokeness put this out, man. Brandon Johnson favorable 6.6%. Neutral. How can anybody actually, you know what? I want to know who actually think he's doing a good job. Who are the 6% of people that think he's doing a good job? I need to know that. Neutral 12.3%. Unfavorable 79.9%. Never heard of 1.1%. Wow. This is astonishing, man. This is astonishing. It says, what's the problem? Fox 32 in Chicago got his hands on the poll details, and you'll never guess what the biggest issue. What's the biggest issue? Crime. Yes, the soft on crime mayor, and crime is the number one issue, guys. Look here. Crime is the biggest issue at 67%. High taxes at 54%. Inflation, 41%. Immigration, border security, 24%. Remember, there's a bunch of illegals out there in Chicago, and he's stealing your money to actually provide for these illegal aliens, guys. More funding for CPS, 20%. Racism, 11%. Need for school choice, only 6%, man. I guess they don't really believe in school choice up there. Reproductive freedoms. See, the Democrats, man, they always want to make people think abortion is like this big thing. In a super progressive city like Chicago, only 4% consider that one of the major items. Yeah. LGBTQ rights, 3%. Wow. This is crazy, man. This is really, really crazy. It says here, the purple hair lives on MSNBC, and CNN loves to say that outsiders are the ones pushing the Chicago crime narrative in order to create division when crime isn't that bad. Yeah, but 67% say crime is the number one issue. Yeah. I mean, guys, he cannot win re-election like this. Brandon Johnson cannot win re-election like this. I would be shocked if this man, no way, he shouldn't even try to run for re-election. When you are polling at 6%, you're done. And the thing is, man, his approval rating has dropped off a cliff. I mean, that 25% in October looking real good, right? Compared to 6%, I can't think of a politician ever with an approval rating that low. Honestly, guys, I'm not even sure if it can actually get any lower than that. Maybe it can. Maybe they'll actually do the numbers again like in May or June. Boy, but right now, you know, it's pretty cold in Chicago. Wait until the summer, guys. That crime is going to get out of control again, man. This is bad. This is really, really bad, man. Chicago, have you had enough yet? Have you seen enough? Why don't you guys try and vote the other way? You guys keep voting blue no matter who. If that person has D-Nets in their name, I don't know that these mayoral elections, you know, they're quote unquote nonpartisan, but all these guys like Democrats. Everybody knows that person is a Democrat. Everybody knew that Brandon Johnson was a Democrat. Everyone knew that. It's time you vote for a different ideology. Stop voting for these leftists, man. Brandon Johnson is straight up communist, man. I mean, are there any okay, if you want to vote Democrat, are there any real moderates out there in Chicago? I mean, can you guys not find one moderate in Chicago? Like, if you guys don't want to vote on the right for a conservative, are there any moderates? The Democratic Party, man, seem to be actually alienating moderates, really. I mean, they are, man. Boy, you guys, man, keep voting for your own destruction, man. But I'm not sure if things are actually going to change. Remember, Lori Lightfoot, bad. Let's vote for Brandon Johnson. He's worse. Something's telling me, guys, they'll find someone worse than Brandon Johnson to vote for. And that is a shame, man. But, man, I think Brandon Johnson is cooked. I think this man is done. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.